Okay, how's it going? Greenstar here. So I have done my CD collection, Volume 1, and that was a look back at my past music tastes. This is Volume 2. Really, it should be Volume 3, and the other one should have been Volume 2, just because my best one has not been returned yet. For those of you who didn't watch my other video, I gave my CDs to would be my cousin's at that time fiance, now husband, to make master copies of them and have them digitally make digital copies of them all. And he was going to get back to me. Now he hasn't found my third one or the other one I had with all my my very very favorite ones, but. So this is going to be this would be the third one, but it's my second video. This has either the stuff that was just more bizarre, different, or just ended up being in the third row of things. So let's just start here. As you can see, Prince and Purple Rain. That was this is actually weird that Purple Rain's here because this one I listened to a whole lot. When I was really younger, probably before I had the CD, actually. Prince Gold, and then I'm not sure what Prince album, it looks like it's a Prince album. I don't remember listening to it. I don't remember even having it, so that's a little bizarre. Into Paradise wasn't interesting. This was a promo I got from a buddy of mine who worked at a music store called Tidal Wave got me, and there was a couple songs I liked on it. A little interesting band. I'll show you the CDs. That was Prince, the Gold Collection. That was definitely a Prince album. I don't remember which one it was. And then Into Paradise, called Churchtown. All right. I'll put that there. Ooh. I have to find a good system for getting that in there. All right. I was a big Duran Duran fan when I was a kid. That was actually one of the first tapes I ever had, one of the first CDs I ever had, the Seven and the Ragged Tiger. I really liked the Reflex when I was little. So I kept on buying the Duran Duran. This is the Thank You album, or the one where they did covers of all these different songs, and most of them weren't very good, but some were interesting. And this Liberty album was just not great. I really liked the Wedding album, and Seven the Ragged Tiger was great. Let's check out their album. There they are. Some good songs on those. Next one. All right. Straight Jacket Fits. Oh, the CDs are gone. I wonder what happened to them. I really like Straight Jacket Fix, and this is just a CD single. People bought those. Don't ask me why. I have no clue. And then the Beavis and Bud Do America soundtrack. Actually had a lot of great songs on it. I like that one. Turn that over. Yeah, there's Beavis and Bud, Duran Duran. Yeah, Missing from Melt. This was, I listened to this one a lot. It was pretty cool. All right, next one. After Dark, Jesus Jones, New Radicals, and another Jesus Jones. Jesus Jones, for a little short while, was pretty big. Right Here, Right Now was pretty popular. I kind of liked it for a little while. New Radicals came near the end of, the end of my college career. I really dug that album. After Dark. Let's see what that one actually. I don't remember what that is. Let's see if it shows it. After Dark. Oh, this is just a. We'll just check it out right here. It is a miscellaneous disc of just kind of interesting songs or different songs. You could see Toto and and whatever. Huey Lewis and the News. So just a random. I kept every CD. I was a big fan of just keeping CDs. Now they're almost worthless. And then comes stuff that, Veruca Salt, I really enjoyed. Portishead, I liked. Lares to Cleo, I was digging on for a while. The Wallflowers, I don't ever think I put this CD in my CD player once. Not once, to tell you the truth. I bought it used, thinking maybe I would listen to it. Never did. Just didn't like the song. Never listened to it. The One Headlight song, I don't know, whatever. It didn't matter. I really like Veruca Salt. Lares to Cleo, so Portishead, awesome album, really awesome album. I had a long stint with NXS where I really enjoyed everything they did. That Kick is when Kick came out, that was it. Like, that was the album I listened to, and then I just would buy everything else I could get my hands on of theirs. There's those albums. In Excess, Kick, Welcome to Wherever You Are. That was the Full Moon Dirty Hearts is interesting because they did a couple duets. One with Ray Charles, which was really fantastic. I really liked that song. Another one was like Chrissie Hynde, I think, of the Pretenders. That was pretty good. These are just some In Excess albums. Now this is Dream Academy is a little bit more eclectic. Life in the Northern Town was a big song in the 80s. There was also a song on the Ferris Bueller's Day Off soundtrack that was on there. This was like their last album I think they did. I kind of dug some of their songs. It was good. Shining Star by In Excess. I did not like that at all. I don't think I listened to it more than once. Dream Academy I listened to, and both those In Excess I listened to a ton. Okay, what is this? Blind Melon, Gravity Kills, Marilyn Manson, and Culture Shock. Blind Melon had a little playtime with me. Gravity Kills had a little playtime. Marilyn Manson just in the dorms, like when I got it, just so I could crank my speakers, playing The Beautiful People, but I don't think I really listened to it beyond that. Let's see what this Culture Shock thing had in it. I don't even know. It was like one of the free ones I probably got at college that they just gave away. You see, oops. Slick Rick, yeah. I bet you I never put this CD in a CD player once. That's my guess. Gravity Kills? I don't know. Which one did this have in it? Let's check it out. I don't know if I ever listened to that CD either. All right, here we have a couple. These are some college bands that I dug. Six Pack, The Drive were like a college band that would come around. They were friends of some of the kids or some of my friends in college. It was cool. I mean, I dug this album a lot. I thought it was pretty. Is that right? Yeah, I really liked that album a lot. Liked it. And then King Missile. That was all about that detachable penis song. But the whole thing was kind of a little crazy. I dug it though. It was cool. Put that over there. It was actually signed by one of the members of the band for me. Next one, B-52s, Crash Test Dummies, and Big Audio Dynamite. Man, that God Shuffle Your Feet album for just like a summer. Everybody had it. Big Audio Dynamite. I liked a bunch of songs in there. Still some pretty cool songs in there. B-52s I was a fan of. I really dug their beats, and I really liked Kate Pearson's voice. That's kind of the highlight of the B-52s for me. So Crash Test Dummies, B-52s. Cool. My rap phase, Public Enemy. I still absolutely adore Public Enemy. I listened to this album a ton. It was such an amazing album. I still love it. Can't Do Nothing For You, Man. That was a great little single. What is this? Oh, this is Throwing Muses. I should know that. Yeah, Bright Yellow Gun. That was a cool song. I dug this album. I really like Throwing Muses. And then Onyx, Back the Fuck Up. They had that song Slam. That was the only song I liked off of it. Don't know really anything else off of it. Don't remember. I had some Sinatra. I dug listening to some Sinatra. Some Glenn Miller occasionally. House of Pain. I didn't want to buy the album, so I just bought the single. And Leap 27. That was a band that was local here. Another one of those kind of hippie bands. They were cool. I dug them. Yep, there it is. Cool. What we got? All right, so this one here would be Midnight Oil. Really cool album. I dug it. Delight, I was a naughty little kid and probably stole that CD. There was like one song I really dug. Susie and the Banshees, on the other hand, that was a great album. I really enjoyed that. I saw them at concert at the first Lollapalooza. They were not the headliner, the one before the headliner. Awesome album. Yep, Matchbox 20. I will tell you right now that album never once hit my CD player. Much like the Wallflowers, I bought it used. I think I bought it from my buddy Colin, and I just never listened to it. Like, he just was selling all his CDs, and I bought a bunch of them off him, but I just never listened to it. Some of these, like the Baron Nezra CDs, I never threw them in my CD player. I bought them from him and just never listened to them. I did listen to the Candy Skins a lot, and Enigma had a short stint with me. It had some interesting songs. Now I've went back and like listened to some of it. It feels so dated. Like, I just can't listen to it. But yeah, that's Baron Nezra. I couldn't even tell you what the songs were, why I bought it. Other than I would just buy CDs just because. Cowboy Junkies. I remember this has a song called Common Disaster on it. I was a big fan of that song, and I remember like my buddy going. I was in the dorms, and my buddy going to the record store. I was like, "Dude, will you pick up that CD for me? I'll give you cash." He's like, Am I going to be embarrassed by buying this?" I was like, "No, man, this is cool." And Ween, man, I listened to that CD a lot. The Sarah McLachlan stuff I bought used. There was some good stuff on there. I mean, it was especially this one, the Fumbling Towards Ecstasy. That had that song Possession, I think, and man, that song was powerful, crazy. I really liked it. I think that was, I could be wrong, but it seems like that was the one. Yeah, Possession's on that one. Really cool song, but a crazy fan. Here's some funny stuff. Well, here's the Suburbs. Really, I just saw them for the first time in my life, like last summer, seeing them here in Mankato. That was really cool. They Might Be Giants. God, I listened to that album a ton. And these Cartoon Network Space Coast albums were awesome. Like, super fun to listen to. We all had a blast in college listening to these and just laughing our brains out. There they are. God, Flood, great album. If you haven't listened to it, just listen to it. Here's some crazy stuff. All right, so my Lush albums. I really loved Lush a lot. I listened to them a ton. Lush, Sonic Youth, I listened to a ton. I thought this is maybe the best name of an album ever. Experimental, Jet Set, Trash, and No Star. So, Sonic Youth. This is one of the ones I got free. It was a band called the 360s. You could see, like, see a little dot there? That was a promo copy. It was interesting. I think they were a Texas band. Kind of harder. I really liked them a lot. Nobody knew who they were, and still nobody knows who they are. But I really thought that they were good. I listened to them a lot too. There they are. Lush, man, that album right there, Spooky. God, I listened to that a lot. That was a great album. All right. The Wedding Singer had some cool songs in it. I listened to it a little bit. Dumb and Dumber, I bought it because I liked that song Crash by the Primitives. Other than that, it really wasn't all that great. The Lost Highway soundtrack and the Crow soundtrack. The Crow soundtrack defined my early music love. Every song was wonderful. From the Jesus and Mary Chain to The Cure to Nine Inch Nails, just ridiculous. Every song on it was fantastic. It was My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. I mean, there were just so many. Medicine. Amazing album, amazing movie. Loved it. That's one of my favorite albums of all time, matter of fact. Maybe. I don't know. It's one of the best soundtracks. This is interesting. What? Okay, so we'll just pull this out real quick and put that aside for a minute. That's the Go soundtrack. Really cool soundtrack. I haven't listened to it in a long time, so I don't know if it's still cool. I also like the Road Trip soundtrack. There were some cool songs. That is still good. Romeo and Juliet had a song by Garbage I really enjoyed. That was I forgot what it's called. This Judgment Night soundtrack. Now this was a crazy, crazy album. The movie was, but the CD. Helmet and House of Pain, Teenage Fan Club and De La Soul, Living Color and Run DMC, Sonic Youth and Cypress Hill. I mean, just all the big names at the time did this to, these mashups, and it was fantastic. I liked just about every song on there. Cool album. And this one just kind of randomly, I had the best of the big bands. I was listening to this with like my grandpa and stuff. I had like Glenn Miller and Duke Ellington and whatnot. That's pretty cool, actually. I dug those. All right, Road Trip, Go, Judgment Night, and yeah. What is this? Okay, this is going to go into some of the more crazy albums. All right, let's pull this out real quick. Some of these are going to be compilations. So, like, this is the Doc Martin Shoe Pie. This is... Oh, who is this? I should know this. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to pull this out because I know who this is. I'm going to feel stupid when I see it. Oh, was it even on the big stupid CD packaging? Why would they make an album? Orgy. That's the name of the band, Orgy. I think like Dream and Digital was on that. There were some cool songs in there. I listened to a little bit. Some Generation X music. Mortal Kombat. Is that really? Gosh. What's behind the Mortal Kombat one? Let's just look. Oh, another Dr. Okay, Doc Martens. These are interesting. They were promos giving away the thing that you could see. Like, I found a lot. Like, this is where the first time I ever listened to the Dandy Warhols was on this album. I love the Dandy Warhols. It's one of my favorite bands in the entire world. This is the album I found them on. So that's really cool. I like that I still have this. I didn't really like anything else on this. Oh, Late in the Day by Supergrass. I liked. Everything else in here I thought was kind of poop. Oh, Eagle Eye Cherry. It was okay song, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, Minnesota by the Dandy Warhols. That was the album or the song up there, and I wanted to who are the Dandy Warhols and listen to them. This one, what was on here? Oh, the Breeders, and there were cooler songs on this one. Dead Can Dance and Throwing Muses and Lush and the Breeders, Pale Saints. Yeah, there's some really cool bands on this one. This was much better, a much overall better album. Cool. What are these two randoms? I think they're both. That's a Dead CD. The Mortal Kombat Annihilate. I don't even know where I got that from. It's all trash. I don't know. What's this one? That was the alternative music sampler. Kate Bush, the Rave Up, Social Distortion. Oh, Pablo. I mean, there's just some oddball songs in this thing. Whatever. I don't know where it came from. I don't even remember owning it. So sometimes weird things show up in your CD collection. Fear Factory, that had that cover of Cars, a really awesome song. The Chanel CD that came in a Sonic Fest '98 and Spin A&E Music that came from, God, I don't even know what was on it. Not for Sale, Living in this Sunvold, Cibomato, Flaming Lips, Wilco Orgy, some decent bands on these. I have no clue what was that Sonic Fest. Sonic Fest '98. Who? I don't know who any of these bands are. So we'll just put that in. I don't know why I had that. It was just something, whatever. I kept everything. And this stupid thing, what was in it? Everybody Wants to Rule the just like some '80s. Peter Frampton and Foreigner and Aretha Franklin. Just a random assortment of some music that they threw on when you bought Chanel. More of these just random, like these are so popular at the time just because you could get so many crazy weird songs on it. So On the Edge, that and the Simpsons, I listened to that a few times, but yeah, so these X Game CDs and whatever. Orange Crush, yeah, just some weird random. Rome was on this one. So Alive by Love and Rockets. Here Comes Your Man by the Pixies. So this one must have been a pretty good one, I think. Yeah, if you could see. Oh, REM, Jane's Addiction, B-52s, The Smiths. Yeah, this is a good one. The Church Under the Milky Way, The Pretenders, Love and Rocket, Crowd House, Psychedelic Furs. Yeah, that's a good one. Listen to that one a ton. Molly, Sponge, Dandelion, Matthew Sweet, Presidents, Lump. Yeah, these are both really good ones. So some of the better ones of the. I don't remember what's on the X Games one. That short period of time when we were big into WWF. This DGC Rarities, was a really popular one. Howl and Current. Now, the DGC Rarities had a bunch of the Nirvana album or songs on it. That was what made this one. Or a Nirvana song was on it, Pay to Play. So that's why you had to have that. And Einstein on the Beach by Counting Crows. My Buddy Dash Will Be Happy. That's the one. That's like my favorite Counting Crows song, as I really like that song. Beck was on there. Sonic Youth, which I was a big fan of. What was in this Howl one? I don't remember it offhand. Failure, Poster Children. Yeah, I kind of like that one. Depeche Mode, Barrel of a Gun. Yeah, that song was on there. Soul Coughing, cool. Yeah, there's some good stuff in that one. And then what was that? The Current, whatever. It was like Jail by Collective Soul. Everything's in. Yeah, just some random 90s stuff. All right, Salt. I was in the dorms, in the downstairs, eating food in the cafeteria, and I heard this band Salt, and I really liked the lead singer, gritty, just abrasive voice, and I thought she was great, and so I bought the album. I still like it. Catherine Wheel. I'm a fan of Catherine Wheel. The Pretenders. This is just another Babe Your Number One, another compilation CD of what? Oh, The Verve, China Drum, Rusty, Scarce, Circle Jerks, Edwin Collins, A Girl Like You, Dandelion, Weird Me Out, Foo Fighters. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that Salt album was interesting. I like that. Coming down to the last one here, Luscious Jackson. That was pretty cool. I dug the pardon me, the one song that was like big, like Naked Eye. Belly, I always liked Belly quite a bit. Michael Penn was interesting. This album was fantastic. They didn't ever do anything I really liked after this album, but Hole was this for this one album were ridiculous. They were great. Lived through this. I really like that. All right. Well, pardon me. Michael Penn has a song called No Myth I really dug off this album. All right. Well, that was this is my CD collection, Volume 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Brought back some memories maybe or whatnot, and put these right back. Boom, there. If you tell me what you think of the random music. Leave some comments or whatever. Otherwise, if you like the video, give me a like. Otherwise, subscribe. Check it out. Check out what else I have on there. Check out the video, the volume 1. That'd be cool. So, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you later.